Good morning, students. Today's our class is on chapter 9, biotechnology and its application. So before entering into the chapter, we must know the meaning for the chapter name, biotechnology and its application. What is the meaning of biotechnology? In case of science, each and every term has its own meaning. That is of biotechnology. So we have to split it as bio plus technology. Bio means life, technology means technique. So in this chapter, various technique has been involved in the life of an organism to improve its quality as well as quantitative processes. So the entire chapter we are going to see about what are the technique that has been involved to improve the quality of and the quantity of an organism. So it has been briefly described over here. It is an area of biology that uses living process, organisms or system to manufacture products or technology intended to improve the quality of human life. As I said before, in case of biotechnology, various technique has been involved. Various technique, especially rDNA technology has been involved in it to make some kind of changes in their genetic level so that the quality and quantity of the life has been improved of. So this biotechnology is having of different field as depicted in this diagram, that is of blue biotechnology, green biotechnology, red biotechnology, white biotechnology. Each and every field is having its own specific application. Blue, it represents of marine. So for the improvement that's to be shown in case of marine organism, that is aquatic animals, we consider it as blue biotechnology. To show the improvisation in case of agriculture, we call it as green biotechnology. Otherwise we can call it as green revolution. Red biotechnology concerns on medical field for the productions of therapeutic drugs. The last one, it is of white biotechnology, industrial oriented biotechnological fields, example dairy improvements. The basic principle begins of this biotechnology will be of genetic engineering. Simply we can call it as rDNA technology. Here it has been mentioned recombinant DNA technology. Otherwise we can call it as rDNA technology. Both are same. So here genetic manipulations will be carried over. The manipulation, the meaning of manipulation is making some kind of changes for our desired activities. Changes will occur in the DNA so that some kind of improvisations will be carried out in their product. So in case of rDNA technology, 3 steps has been involved. One is of formation of recombinant DNA, then gene cloning, the last one is of gene transfer along with of downstream processes. So first, as per the chapters, we have to see it off. Before that, we should know the basic steps that involved in a recombinant DNA technology. So this entire slide shows what are the steps that have been involved in case of your rDNA technology. The first one, isolate plasmid DNA as well as of human DNA. Instead of human DNA, we can mention it as desired DNA. The meaning of plasmid is, this is a bacterial cell. Inside that we having of one circular activity. This one we call it as an plasmid. We can call it as extra chromosomal DNA. So normally the bacteria is having of its own DNA, that is of genome. Additional to that genome, it is having of one extra chromosomal part which will act as a carrier molecule. This extra chromosomal part we call it as a plasmids. Otherwise we can call this extra chromosomal part as a vector or a vehicle to carry our desired gene. Here it has been given as human DNA. So this is of human cell and this is of a bacterial cell. So the first step is isolation of a DNA from both the cells. From the bacterial cell we have isolated the plasmids. From the human cells we have isolated the DNA. The second one is of using of a restriction enzymes. We can call the restriction enzymes as molecular scissors. The meaning of molecular scissor is, so this is a DNA, a circular DNA is there. So we have to insert our human DNA inside to a circular form of plasmid. How it's possible? It will be possible with the help of our restriction enzymes. It is a molecular scissor. The meaning of scissor is it will cut the sequences. Likewise here also it will make a cut of the circular form so that a gap has been produced. Inside to that gap our DNA, our desired DNA will be inserted up so that an artificially prepared vector will be formed of. So the second step is using of restriction enzymes. The specific feature of your restriction enzymes is it will go on bind to the DNA part or a plasmid. It will make a cut at a specific region. The specific region we call it as palindromic sites. The meaning of palindrome is Whenever it will give the meaning in both the directions. Same meaning will be given for both the direction. That one we call it as a palindromes. Each and every restriction enzyme has its own palindrome sequences. So here in the second step, same enzymes will be used for plasmid as well as of your human DNA, so that a specific cut will be taken in both the DNA format. The third one is mixing of both the fragmented DNA with the help of DNA ligase. The major function of DNA ligase is joining of the fragments. Ligase, otherwise we can call it as joining enzymes. So this vector will be joined with of the human DNA with the ligase enzyme. At last we formed a plasmids called recombinant DNA plasmids. This one we call it as a natural plasmid that present naturally inside of a bacterial cell, and this one is of altered one, manipulated one. That's why it has been given as recombinant DNA plasmids. The next step is fourth one, gene transfer technique will be followed off. The meaning of gene transfer is we have prepared an artificial plasmid. This plasmid has to be entered into the host. Host is nothing but a bacteria or a viral or a plant or a animal, whatever it may be of. It will give the suitable environment for the production of a desired protein. The gene will produce the protein. So to produce a high amount of or a huge amount of proteins, there is a needed of a host. So that we have choose one host. So this step, fourth step, is to make the transferring of a transgene into the host cell. It may be of different types, that is a physical method, chemical method or biological method. Any one method will be followed to transfer the plasmid DNA into the host cell. So after that transferring of that artificial plasmid into the host, it will be allowed for growth in a suitable medium. Here we can select the recombinant as well as a non-recombinant, that is of transformed cell and non-transformed cells. The meaning between of transformed and non-transformed is whenever a host is having of our desired DNA, we can call it as transformed cell. If a cell is not having of a artificial vector, we can call it as non-transformed cell. It can be selected with the help of selectable marker that is present naturally inside of a plasmid. That is why we are using of our plasmid DNA. So after isolation of this colony, simultaneously it will be grown for several cultured medium, so that we are getting a huge amount of our bacterial cells. So inside our bacteria there is a tremendous amount of our human DNA protein production has been carried out. The last step is we have to extract that product that present inside the bacterial cell. It can be done with the help of a process called downstream processing. The meaning of downstream processing is extraction, that is of separation and purification. So we have to separate or extract that protein from the cytoplasm of a bacteria. Later on it has to be purified. Why? Because the cytoplasm is containing the bacterial protein along with our desired protein, the human protein. So we have to separate both the proteins with the help of a method called purification method. So in this biotechnology we are following this technique. For an entire application we are going to implement these steps, that is of isolation of DNA, then restriction digestion, third one is of ligation, then selection, the last one is of extraction. So these are the steps that has to be followed in case of genetic engineering to get its achievement, that is of to improve the quality and quantity in a life. So basically the biotechnology is having of different application based on their field. Here some example has been given of. It has been used in agriculture, that we call it as revolution, improve the crop in pest resistant, dust resistant, that is stress resistant plants productions will be carried over. The second one is of therapeutic, we call it as medical. The therapeutic proteins will be produced with the help of these techniques. The third one is of diagnostic. The examples will be of ELISA, PCR. Diagnostic means finding out of the presence of an infection, but in case of biotechnology this diagnostic is considered as yearly detection. The next one we call it as waste treatment. Sewage treatment will be implemented over here. Then food processing, to improve the quality of a food, the biotechnology has been involved, and this step or this field we call it as food biotechnology. The next one is of bioremediation. Remediation, otherwise we can call it as degradation. The meaning of degradation is breaking down of the stable particles, we call it as bioremediation. Degradation of heavy metals is an example for this one. This can be done with the help of a biotechnology. The last one is of energy production. Example SCP, single cell protein, can be given as an example for that one. In this chapter we are going to see about a few things, that few applications that is based on medicine, gene therapy, stem cell therapy, molecular diagnosis, transgenic animals, animal cloning. The last one is of ethical issues. First we are going to see about the application in medicines, nothing but a medical biotechnology. The major purpose of this biotechnology in case of medicine is production of a therapeutic protein. Biotechnology enables mass production of safe and more effective therapeutic drugs. For an example, we can give the name Humulin, human insulin production. This recombinant therapeutics does not induce unwanted immunological responses. The meaning of immunological responses is whenever a microorganism enter inside the human body, automatically there will be a trigger of production of antibodies. But when we are inserting this recombinant therapeutic, it will induces a specific nature. It will not go for unwanted immunological response. That is, unwanted antibodies will not be produced inside the body of a human. So as in some cases, similar products isolated from non-human resources. At present, around 30 recombinant therapeutics has been approved for human uses. Among the 30 recombinant therapeutics, we are going to see about the technique, how this humulin production has been carried over. That is, application of medicine, several fields are there. First one is human insulin, as I said before. The second one is of human growth hormone, which is involved for the development of growth. The third one we call as the blood clotting factors. The fourth one will be of interferons, and the fifth one will be of a recombinant protein. First we can go for a genetically engineered insulin. Before entering into a topic, we should know about what is the meaning of insulin, what is the function of insulin, what is the mechanism that have been followed over, then what is the deficiency if there is a lacking of insulin occurs. First is of an insulin. What is an insulin? The insulin is a protein. Otherwise we can call it as an hormone. So all hormones are a protein. So especially this insulin has been secreted from beta cells of isolates of Langerhans of pancreas. From a pancreas the insulin has been secreted. The major function of this insulin is inside our body. After digestion, the complex particles of food will be converted into a simple particles of food. For an example, it is a glucose. The function of glucose is it has to be enter inside the cell so that a large amount of energy will be of synthesis to the cells will be work it off. The function of this insulin is it will trigger the glucose molecules to enter inside of the cell. The cell is having a receptors. Receptors are nothing but the topmost part of a cell where the glucose molecules will come and attached over. So insulin will trigger that attachment of glucose without the cell. So the uptake of glucose will be taken with the help of an insulin. In case if there is a lack of production of insulin hormone, there will be of deficiency of insulin will occurs. It may leads to the humorous amount, that is of large amount of glucose will be settled in case of bloodstream. It may leads to a deficiency called diabetes mellitus. It can be cured with a the taking of insulin at regular interval of time, but it's not possible for the productions of insulin in a huge amount. Nowadays the productions of insulin is in a needed part. Previously it has been synthesized from the pig, the cattle's, dog, but this insulin is having of some kind of side effects, that is of allergic responses has been carried out in case of an individuals. So that to make a remedy for that one, genetically engineered insulin has been produced over for. So nothing but RDNA technology has been involved in it to produce the insulin. So we know that the RDNA technology plays an important role in case of biotechnology. It is the basic principles for biotechnology. The steps that involved in case of RDNA technology is isolation of DNA. The second one, that is of restriction digestion. The third one, ligation. The last one, insertion of that vector inside the host, the downstream processes. Likewise, a vector, a plasmid has been chosen for over here. The insulin is having of a structure of 3. One is of the insulin is made up of 3 peptides, A, B and C. This blue color is of A peptides and the green color is of B peptide, and this grey color we call it as a C peptide. We call it as a proinsulin. The meaning of proinsulin is immature insulin or inactive insulin. It doesn't cause the uptake of a glucose by a cell. So after maturation, a cleavage will be carried over here. That is, from this compact structure, the C peptide has been removed off. So mature insulin is having of A peptide as well as of B peptide. It was linked by a bond called disulfide bond. Here we are having a depicted of SS. So the meaning of peptide is a protein that is made up of several number of amino acids. So here A peptide is there and B peptide is there. Normally this insulin is made up of 51 amino acids. As I said before, protein is made up of amino acids. A protein is made up of 21 amino acids. The B peptide is made up of 30 amino acids. So altogether A and B combine to form of 51 amino acids. We call it as a insulin. So with the help of rDNA technology, a vector has been constructed. Two vectors has been constructed. One vector is having of this A peptide gene and the second vector is having of B peptide gene. Simultaneously it has been inserted into the E. coli cell, that is of host, so that what happens, the replications of the plasmids will be carried over. So A protein as well as of B proteins will be of synthesis. These proteins will be isolated or extracted and joined together with the help of a disulfide bonds. At last, from an immature insulin, the mature insulin has been produced over. So this steps we call it as an humulin production. So it has been given in this diagram. Humulin is nothing but human insulin that is produced by an rDNA technology. As I said before, the first is of bacteria, that is a plasmid donor, and here the human DNA has been isolated. With the help of a restriction enzyme, the vector as well as of DNA has been cutted at a specific site, it named as palindromic sequences. Then the third one is the recombinant DNA vector has been created. With the help of any one of gene transfer, this vector will be inserted into the host cell. Later on, this host cell will be go for generation time, that is of doubling time will be given for its reproduction. Later on, from that host, the insulin will be of extracted and it will be directly injected into the patient to cure of the digestion process. So this is about your humulin production. The next one is of human growth hormone. Along with of the human insulin production, human growth hormones also plays an important role. Growth is responsible for the development of individuals. We call it as somatostatin and somatotrophin. These are the two growth hormones that responsible for the growth and development of an individual, especially the human beings. It has been secreted from a pituitary glands. But if there is a lagging of production of this human growth hormone, it has to be represented as small h, capital G and capital H. The meaning for that one is human growth hormone. If there is a lagging of this human growth hormone, it may lead for dwarfism. The meaning of dwarfism is stunt growth or retarded growth. It can be overcome by injecting the human growth hormone into the individual, but it may also create some kind of problem. If you induces a huge amount or whenever it leads to up to a limit, it may cause some kind of side effects. To overcome that problem, apart from that, to create a human growth hormone in a larger amount, we are using of rDNA technology. So the first recombinant DNA human growth hormone is named as somatotrophin. The normal name we call it as somatostatin or somatotrophin. The recombinant human growth hormone we call it as somatotrophin. It is used as a drug to treat growth disorders, especially in case of children. In children, it is common due to the lagging of a human growth hormone. The disease we call it as a dwarfism. To treat that, we are using this somatotrophin as a drug to treat the growth disorders in case of children. So this is the picture how this human growth hormone has been produced by the rDNA technology. This is of human cell. From the human cells, especially from the pituitary, the hormone producing gene has been isolated, and this is of bacterial cells. From the bacterial cells, the plasmid has been isolated. They are treated with of restriction enzyme. The same restriction enzyme has been used for. So it creates a cut. We call it as a sticky end. Two kind of cut will be produced with the help of that restriction enzyme. Either it may be of sticky end. The sticky end will be of like this. Otherwise it may create of blend end. Blend end will be produced. Either any one of ends will be created with the help of restriction enzymes. So the major use of this sites formation is to connect both the vector along with of the DNA molecules. It can be done with the help of an enzyme called DNA ligases. The DNA ligases joins the vector along with of the DNA that have been isolated from the human beings. At last a recombinant DNA has been synthesized in the vector. It will be inserted in the host cells. It produced a huge amount of human growth hormones. So this is the procedure that has been followed for the production of human growth hormone. The next one, that is based on human blood clotting factors. So blood is a circulation fluid that present in our body. With the help of a blood, the transporting mechanisms will be carried out easily inside the human body or in animal bodies. The clotting factor is a factor which is responsible for coagulation of blood. So here I have given one diagram. So this is a normal blood vessel. The first diagram shows about the normal blood vessels. Inside the blood vessels we are having of a fluid, circulation fluid. It may be of RBC, WBC, plasmas, thrombocytes, many things may be presented over. Whenever a cut has been done in the blood vessels, so in the second diagram a cut has been occurred so that oozing out of blood will be formed of. Oozing out means flow of blood will be occurred in a humorous amounts. That is removal of your platelets, RBC, WBC, everything will be comes outside. But to a normal individual, within a minute or few minutes will be taken for the sealing of a blood vessels. But in some cases the sealing is not at all possible. Why? Because there is a lagging of the clotting factors. The normal reaction is whenever a cut has been occurred, some information has been given to the platelets. The platelets will go on react with the inactive proteins, we call it as prothrombin. So the prothrombin is a protein that present in an inactive mode inside the bloodstreams. So whenever a cut has been occurred, the information is given to the inactive protein. It will convert the inactive protein prothrombins into thrombin. Later on, this thrombin will convert fibrinogen into fibrin. So inside the blood vessels we are having of two inactive protein. One is of prothrombin, another one is of fibrinogen. After the getting of this information from the platelets, automatically this inactive protein will be converted into an active protein. At last, several factors has been combined together to form a coagulation. This coagulation we call it as an clotting. So in case of normal human beings, these mechanism will be followed up. But in case a special case is there, that is of hemophilic patient. Hemophilic means the clotting factor is lagging, so that coagulation is not at all easy. Completely oozing out of blood will be carried over. At sometimes it may lead to blood stroke. So this kind of disorders we call it as sex-linked recessive disorder. The meaning for this one is sex-linked genetic disorders. In case of human beings, this disorder is located on the X chromosome. We know that the sex determination in case of human is of very easy. For a female, it is of XX type. 2 X chromosome will be present in female and 1 X and 1 Y chromosome will be present in case of a male. Especially this lagging nature will be present in case of X chromosome. So it is very clear that the male is having of only 1 X chromosome. If it is get affected, easily the particular male we call it as an hemophilic patient. So that whenever he got a cut, immediately the blood loss will be happen. It may lead to the death. But in case of female, they are having of 2 X chromosomes. 1 X is get affected, the remaining X chromosome will be considered as a dominant. So in case of biology, that is a term called genetics. It deals about dominant as well as of recessive nature. Dominant means is an expressed character. Recessive we call it as suppressed characters. So in female, if 1 X chromosome is affected, the other one will be dominant. So the female will not considered as an hemophilic, they will be called as a carrier. So a rare cases, if both the X chromosome are get affected, the female will be considered as a hemophilic patient. So in this hemophilic patient, there will be a lagging of clotting factor 8. So with the help of an RDNA technology, it is possible to produce of these clotting factors in an enormous amount to overcome the lagging of coagulation. So this will be possible with the help of RDNA technology. It has been carried out with the help of cell lines. Cell line is nothing but the as like of test tube babies. Here also the laboratory oriented cell creations has been carried over, that has been tested in case of hamster ovary. The meaning of hamster is a mice. With the help of a mice, that is a laboratory animal, it has been tested off. With the help of this RNA technology, the cell line has been created and the human blood clot factor 8 has been synthesized to cure the hemophilic nature. So this is the major advantages that has been seen with the help of a recombinant